So how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Fallout 4 video here on my channel today, and let's talk about the possibility of an alien type DLC coming to Fallout 4. I kind of wanted to have a bit of a discussion here with you guys today, very similar to the previous discussion video that I had with you guys, which a lot of you out there really seem to enjoy. So I thought I'd go over some of the known facts about aliens in Fallout 4, you know, some of the Easter eggs and references and various things within Fallout 4, and even the whole Fallout franchise. As many of you may know, Fallout 3 did have a Mothership Zeta DLC add-on, which essentially was based around aliens as well. So I'll be talking a little bit about that, and just once again having a bit of a discussion with you guys about this topic, because I'm at the point in Fallout, even though I mentioned this in my previous video, but there isn't really too much left for me to do. I've done the majority of the quests in the game, I've explored most of the areas, and it's at the point now where I've played the game through 3 different playthroughs, where I'm just waiting on DLC, and I really enjoy having these little kind of topics and discussions with you guys about what could potentially make its way. So I guess starting this off, let's talk about some of the Fallout 4 references and Easter eggs towards aliens. There's 2 notable ones that I do want to mention in the video. One of them is where the DLC theory actually came from, which is really interesting stuff, which we'll talk about later on during the video. But one of the more noticeable alien references in Fallout or Easter eggs is to do with the alien spaceship or recon craft that comes crashing down during a random encounter. And for those of you who don't know or haven't seen it yet, when you meet certain requirements in game, and if you want to know the requirements that you need, I will leave a link down in the description down below, you'll come across a random encounter where you'll hear a spaceship, and if you look up you'll actually be able to see it as well, come crashing down into the wasteland. And if you actually go to the area where it did actually crash land, which you can find here on your map by the way, you'll see the alien spaceship crashed into the ground, and basically there'll be a bunch of green blood along the floor in which an alien has managed to survive. Now, if you follow that green blood trail, you'll actually end up making your way inside of a cave, and inside of the cave you'll find the only alien that you can see in Fallout 4. He'll be kind of injured inside of there, he will be hostile, so you will have to kill him straight away, and on his body you will find the alien blaster alongside the alien blaster ammo, being one of the most unique weapons that you can find in Fallout 4. And this is of course similar to previous Fallout games. I mean, the same sort of thing happened in New Vegas, right? Where essentially if you go to like the northern area of the map, you could find once again a crashed alien recon craft where there's 3 aliens. I believe one of them is a captain, from what I remember anyway, and I do believe the captain was the guy holding the alien blaster, in which you could kill them all and then loot the alien blaster plus the ammo off them. And the same sort of thing in Fallout 3 as well. There was a crashed recon craft in Fallout 3, which of course later down the line when Mothership Zeta got added, that is where you got abducted into the Mothership Zeta, mothership, I guess you could say. But I mean, it's all very similar stuff that seems to have happened. I mean, even before Fallout 4 came out, I was kind of expecting the alien blaster to kind of be in there because of the similar pattern that has happened between Fallout games. Something else that I guess could possibly be a reference to some of the aliens from Mothership Zeta is that in Fallout 4, aliens are commonly referred to, or not really commonly I guess, but they are somewhat referred to as Zetans, especially on the loading screens and stuff like that. You do see this a little bit more often, but you guys could once again refer to some of the aliens from Mothership Zeta. And while we're on the subject of Mothership Zeta in general, there seems to be a very love-hate relationship between this DLC. I've seen a lot of hatred towards this DLC on forums and stuff. And me personally, I'm kind of smack bang in between. Although it wasn't my favorite DLC and it did have its flaws, I did still really enjoy it. Some of the flaws for me were the fact that you kept fighting 3 I guess of the same enemies over and over again, and it did feel a little bit repetitive in that sense. But the whole idea on itself, I got a lot of enjoyment out of it. I mean, there were certain parts of it, one of the ones that I do remember is when you actually got to get out of the ship and kind of walk in space a little bit. That was really awesome at the time for me. But in general, I did actually like Mothership Zeta as a DLC. But moving away from that and kind of getting back into some of the more Fallout 4 references and stuff, the alien recon craft that crashes in Fallout 4 isn't the only reference to aliens within the Fallout franchise. In fact, there's actually a quest line in the game known as The Secret of the Cabot House, where essentially you get to meet this kind of over 400 years old family that's basically immortal. And the story of how they became immortal all kind of starts with Lorenzo. Lorenzo is somebody who a while back actually went out and found the lost city, or the legendary lost city of Ubar, also known as, I guess, the Atlantis of the Sands. and he was pretty much the chief of an archaeologist's dig to prove the existence of ancient civilizations when he actually stumbled upon Lorenzo's crown, the ancient artifact. And whenever he wore this artifact or this crown, it basically granted him supernatural powers, including immortality, enhanced strength, and localized telekinetic abilities. You guys may remember or know the telekinetic abilities part of this from Lorenzo's artifact, and that's basically how it gets that telekinesis type of thing going on, is through the scarab on Lorenzo's crown, which actually grants it that ability. But moving away from that, from there, they basically managed to craft the Mysterious Serum. You actually get to see the Mysterious Serum and actually get given some of this stuff during the questline itself, and the Mysterious Serum is actually derived from Lorenzo's blood, which of course that's how they was granted their immortality there. Kind of a bit of a backstory of how that actually came about. But moving towards the end of the questline here, because I don't want to spoil too much of this, because the quest itself, in my opinion, is definitely one of the top 5, side quests in the game that is genuinely really fun to actually play through. I may even do a top 5 side quest to do in the game. If that is something that you do want to see, be sure to let me know by leaving a like down below. But once again, towards the very end of the questline, something else gets mentioned about another alien city, or a second alien or ancient city buried beneath the Mojave Desert. And basically this comes from Jack Cabot after he gives you Lorenzo's artifact. He will go on to talk about him wanting to travel to the southwest because his father was always convinced that there was another, once again, alien city underneath the Mojave Desert.
As for myself, I don't know. Maybe I'll finally travel to the southwest. My father was always convinced that there was another alien city buried somewhere in the Mojave Desert.
Now this is very, very interesting, because normally in situations like this, you could kind of see this as a little hint towards upcoming DLC. This has happened in previous Fallouts where some of the NPC characters talk about locations and stuff, and eventually those locations come forward in DLC updates for Fallout 4, and it could potentially be a hint towards a DLC. This is where the whole DLC theory kind of derives from, is this actual line here. The fact that he wants to travel to a supposed alien city underneath the Mojave, it's just very interesting stuff. Now, will this actually be a location we can go to in the form of a DLC? With all of the alien references in Fallout 4, maybe this is possible. Although we've already been to the Mojave, that's something that a lot of people do say, is that because we've already been to the Mojave in Fallout New Vegas, and the Mojave is a location that we've already fully explored, it doesn't seem likely that this will actually be the case. But with all of the alien references and with the whole crashing UFO stuff, it is plausible that an alien DLC may in fact be in the works. I mean, it's definitely not out of the question. Happened in Fallout 3, didn't actually happen in New Vegas, but they could bring it back for Fallout 4. It's definitely something that's on the table. Just a theory out there that I wanted to throw out there, filling in some of the blanks and stuff like that with some of the alien references in Fallout so far, the possibilities and stuff like that that people are talking about, and just have a little bit of a chat with you guys about it, because once again, I like actually talking about this stuff. I like actually looking into this stuff and getting information about it and just having conversations about it, because it's genuinely really fun to talk about. And if this is something that you do like, if you do like me talking about some of the theories out there and some of this kind of stuff, and just generally chatting to you guys about this, once again, be sure to let me know by leaving a like, guys, because it's something I do plan or want to do more on the channel in terms of Fallout 4. But anyway, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Do you think an alien DLC is in the works? Do you think it's possible? And if so, do you think it's going to be in the form of like a Mothership Zeta 2.0, where essentially we get abducted by a spaceship again, or a mothership again? Or do you think it may be something to do with this alien potential city in the Mojave Desert, or something completely different? I want to see your comments, I want to see your feedback down below from you guys. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new around, and I'll catch you guys next time with a brand new video. Peace out.